Wondering how to hang a wallpaper mural with paste? Today I'm at Dentists on Bloor installing a custom wallpaper that we made for them. I'll take you through how to hang a paste the paper wallpaper just like a pro. You'll learn how to actually get the paste on the back of the paper without getting it on the front. I'm also going to teach you how to book your wallpaper. And lastly, if your seams dry out before you get it on the wall and they're not sticking to the wall, I'm going to teach you a quick solution to fix that. Let's get to it. All the tools are linked in the description below.
The first step is to sand down any lumps and bumps on the wall and wash the wall with a wet rag.
Your panels will come pre-numbered so you know what order to hang them in, and all you have to do is cut them with scissors where the white lines tell you to separate them. Because this is a dark wallpaper, I'm going to color the edge of the seam in black so that when it gets on the wall you don't see a vertical white line. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to measure the width of your wallpaper panel. Mine is 26.5 inches wide, and you're going to draw a level line on the wall at 25.5 inches wide. So that leaves a 1-inch overlap that will be put on usually an adjacent wall. Normally you start hanging a wallpaper mural from the left-hand side of a corner, but because I have a bookshelf here and it's really quite level, and I don't want to have a little 1-inch gap appearing over top of it, I'm going to draw my level line today at 26.5 inches wide, but you're going to do 25.5 inches wide. That 1-inch overlap allows for unlevel walls and is going to be trimmed away. I like to line my paint tray with a kitchen garbage bag for easy cleanup later. Okay, 2 things to keep in mind with paste the paper wallpaper. The first is that you try not to get paste on the front of the wallpaper, and the second is that you don't want the paste to dry out on the back of the wallpaper as it's on the table. So what I like to do is leave the wallpaper overlapping the table by like 1/4 inch, so that when you're putting the paste on the paper, it doesn't get on the table and transfer onto the front of the wallpaper. You might find that using a little bit of painter's tape to hold the wallpaper and paste while you're pasting is helpful.
Okay, let's get the paste onto the back of the first panel. When you're rolling the paste onto the paper, you want to start from the center and move outward so that you don't accidentally get paste on the front of the paper. I like to work in a crisscross motion so that I make sure that the seams have paste on them. Okay, let's shift the paper over and paste the other side. Okay, now for the process called booking. It's simply folding the top portion of the wallpaper into the middle and the bottom portion of the wallpaper into the middle and allowing the paste some time to relax the wallpaper. So for the wallpaper that we sell, we recommend booking your paper for 3 minutes, and that allows the paper to relax.
Okay, if you notice that the wallpaper on the top isn't completely covering over, this seam can dry out easily. So what you can do is either on the table, just drag it back across like that, so that while it's booking for the 3 minutes, the edges are completely covered over. Or you can just touch it up when it's on the wall with a little bit of paste. If you fold this tight, it'll leave a crease on the front of your wallpaper, so you always want to leave just a little loop. Okay, I've got my wallpaper panel and I made sure that the top portion is facing me. What I'm going to do is just separate this top, and I'm going to just let the wallpaper fold down. That's just the top half, and I'm going to align it to the level line I drew on the wall.
You want to make sure there's at least 1 or 2 inches of excess at the ceiling to allow for trimming later.
Then you can unfold the bottom part. And this is only going, it's not going all the way down because there's going to be tables for the kids here. Now we're just going to smooth out any bubbles. And you can feel for bubbles, but you can't always see them.
When you're using your plastic smoother, you want to press hard enough to get the bubbles out, but you don't want to press so hard that you're scraping wallpaper paste out from underneath the wallpaper. It should never come out the outside edges of your wallpaper panel. Now, on to panel number 2. You just need to roll on a consistent amount of paste. You don't need to gloop it on.
And I'm just going to match the pattern I've seen. You can just slide it into place. Okay, we're going to trim our excess off. So just make sure it's nice and tight on the wall and up into the ceiling corner. And we're going to use our putty knife. And we're always using our putty knife to protect the wallpaper, not the scrap that we're cutting off. So you get it nice and tight up into the corner, and with a fresh blade and an X-Acto knife, just trim off the excess. And wipe off any excess paste.
Panel number 3 with a paste tip coming your way.
Okay, so if you got a panel on the wall and you found that some of the paste dried on the outside edges and now it's not sticking to the wall, it's not a problem. Just get a little artist paintbrush and just dip it into the paste and paint it on the back. You can try to get some on the wall and on the paper so that both have some coverage. And then what I like to do is use a wet rag, a damp rag, and wipe it down just to press it onto the wall, but also so that you don't have any paste on the wall, because when you go to hang the next panel, it's folded under itself and you could get paste on the front of the wallpaper there. So this wipes any excess off the wall, but it also makes sure that this wallpaper is stuck nice and tight to the wall. If you have a plug, remember to put some painter's tape over top of it so that the glue on the back of the paper doesn't get stuck in the holes.
Since this isn't a full height mural, I can't show you how to trim the wallpaper off at the baseboards, but I do have another video showing you how to do that, so I'll link that in the description box below. Our unpasted wallpaper is commercial rated. It's washable, durable, scuff-proof, Class A fire rated, and we can custom print whatever design your heart desires. There's a link to our custom wallpaper in the description box below. So how did your installation go? Let me know in the comments below.